mañana y por la noche contigo romper la cama, mami. Si tú te pegas y yo me pego, sabes tú que fuego la pasaremos.
The barbershop's energetic. It's always welcoming. I always feel at home here. I've always came here, always comfortable. They never make it awkward. Like there's always conversation flowing around the barbershop, and we just have a good time here. I have fun. I laugh. They crack jokes when I'm here. My first time here. It's the cleanest I've ever felt. Still sharp right now.
the environment, the atmosphere that I look for my customers to come in when they come into my business is basically an environment where they can feel comfortable. You know, they can feel relaxed. Come in and just believe and trust that they're gonna come out of here with a beautiful haircut and with an awesome experience. I've been cutting hair for about 24 years. The setting was actually cutting in a basement, cutting in an attic, cutting hair in a bedroom. You know, it was all started cutting hair in my house. That's how I got started cutting hair as a barber. The first time I started cutting hair, I was about 12 years old. Started cutting hair with one of my good friends. And to be very honest, I don't really exactly remember how the haircut came out. I could imagine it probably wasn't too straight, but we managed. We got it done.
I used to cut my family's hair, my brothers, cousins, stuff like that. I was about 19 years old.
I've been cutting hair for about 15 years now. Professionally, probably only about 8 years, but I started at about the age of 14.
I've been cutting hair since I was 14. I'm 23 now, so that makes 9 years. Been cutting hair for. My first time where I had my first haircut, it was in my house. I used to cut in my bathroom or sometimes in my bedroom when my mom used to get mad at me, and it was one of my best friends, which he cuts hair today too also.
Aproximadamente tengo recortando como mínimo 30 años. Y ha sido bonita experiencia.
I've been cutting hair for, I've been in the shop for a little over a year now. I started like back when I was in high school. I'd cut up with some of my boys and stuff, so that's kind of how I got into it.
La primera vez que empecé a recortar en mi casa, cuando me regalaron una máquina. Y ahí comencé con los niños y así por el estilo. Después fui a la escuela y aprendí. Y fue como a los 17 años que comencé en mi casa cuando recuerdo, sí.
I've been cutting my own hair since elementary school, just cutting my own hair. I never really wanted to become a barber at first, but I'm just cutting my own hair, cutting my friends' hair, my family's hair, and neighbors. And then everyone was always like, "Oh, you should be a barber, you should be a barber." I'm like, nah, it's not my thing. But I fell into it, and I thank God for it because, it's helped me out a lot. I've been successful here, I love it here. New Life Cuts, #1.
There wasn't too many barbershops. Right now there's some barbershops that are opening up, and I kind of don't really like to look at it so much as a competition because I feel like we have something to offer that a lot of other barbershops don't have. But it keeps us motivated to just keep trying new things and to keep always, to always be on top of the competition.
I would say because I've been here longer, and we have 2 barbershops. This one I figure is the best because it was one of the first barbershops around here at the time, about 10 years ago. So I figure that's why it's the best barbershop around here.
Coming here for like 3-4 years maybe. My brother first came here, and he went to Crispy Cuts. I call him my man right there. I've been going for like 3 years.
Why is this barbershop better than the other barbershops around? Well, there's a lot of great barbers out there, but here we really care about our clients and we show our clients love. We make sure they leave here perfect.
Who would I pick to be the best barber other than myself? That's a hard one. I think everybody brings their own quality and their own different style to each cut.
I mean, there's a lot of good barbers here, so it's hard to say like maybe one, but I could definitely some talent here. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, bro, I don't know if I was the best in the North Shore. I haven't seen everybody in the North Shore who cuts here, so but I bet he's up there. I could tell you that.
Wow, who's the best barber other than myself? In here, I would say Rob because he's been cutting hair longer than anybody in here. You know what I'm saying? And he's the master barber in here, and plus he's my boss too. But after him, I'll say myself though.
Basically, my Salem barbershop had mentioned that I was considered one of the best barbers or the best barber in the North Shore. And I've always believed in being humble and just believing that the gift I have is a gift from God. And I take pride in what I do. But as far as my barber saying that I might be considered the best barber in the North Shore, I give hands down to the barbers that I have, and I always put my barbers first. And yeah, I get, I'm gratified. I'm honored to hear these comments from my barbers, but I always put my barbers first, and I put my customers first, and then I come after. But I am very flattered that this is the way my barbers speak about me.
My most memorable client is, I would have to say, is the guy who, one of my buddies, Jamal. He's the first customer who paid me $40 for a haircut. And I can say that made me feel great for being a new apprentice barber in this game. So I can say that's probably one of my most memorable clients, besides, one of my buddies who let me start on his head. You know what I mean? That's always a plus right there, because, he let me practice.
So basically, what motivated me to open up the second barbershop here in Peabody, Massachusetts, what was going on is in my Salem location, it was very overwhelming. We grew a great business. It was just, I saw customers come in, be too packed, and then they would just leave the barbershop, and that kind of motivated me to say, you know what, we have to go into a different town, we have to expand and take it to the next level. And before even all that, my goal was to open up 3 barbershops, and here we are, 2 shops after. We've been in business, and my Salem location has been open up 10 years. This one we're going on 4 years, and it's been great. So I felt like this was going to be a great opportunity for us to just be able to grow a little more, and it actually did. It's actually been growing, and God willing, we might be able to open up the 3rd one. My barbers and what I look for in a barber, basically what I do is I encourage people before they're barbers. I encourage them to go to school, become licensed professional barbers. I go right to the school, to the barber school, and I try to get them from there as well. And what I look for in a barber is I'm looking for a barber that has passion. I'm looking for a barber that has dedication. I'm looking for a barber that wants to come in and just really take pride in what they do, and just ride with this opportunity we have to become, these special people, that are called barbers. We're very, how can I say it? We become good friends with people, and people rely on us, people trust in us. So I'm looking for barbers, I'm looking for barbers that want to come in and take it serious, and want to grow wings, and maybe one day go off and maybe even open up their own barbershop one day.
They cut it for a long time.
Just for the matter of fact that I'm trying to conquer the North Shore.
Tengo lo que tú quieres aquí, no te apures. Tengo el poder para hacer que tu cuerpo sude. El dueño de